It's the NFL on EA Sports. And up next, we'll see Jalen Hurts. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Eagles and the Panthers. And it's coming right up on EA Sports.
Opened back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row. On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
3 quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out come the Eagles for the first time, and the man in charge at quarterback in his 5th year now, Jalen Hurts.
And normally in this spot we talk about passing numbers from last week, but this time it's all about the rushing. 3 times he found the end zone in his last ball game. He is a do-everything quarterback, and you have to expect we'll see him call his own number here as well.
First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. Buying time to his left. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Hurts out to his left. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing is Hurts, escaping the pressure right. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Hurts sets up to throw it. Flushed out right. And this one is incomplete. The Eagles at 10-2 on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
That's good for another Eagle.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Play action. Here's Hurts sliding out of the pocket. His pass caught at the 4. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's 4th down. Here's Hurts to throw. On the move to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Panthers head out for their initial drive, and at the helm is their second-year quarterback now, the #1 overall pick from 2023, Bryce Young.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Now Young. A short throw hauled in by Trimble. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Ball on the 39. Here's second and a yard. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's Young from the shotgun. Open here, Adam Thielen. 7 yards there and a first down. Young working out of the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
No touch that. Miami. No touch.
Barkley, inside handoff. Ashawn Robinson there on the stop.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And the ball is knocked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Being chased out left. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And the Eagles are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Looking to throw. Steps away. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Eagles lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over him. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it as we resume action. Elliott now to kick this one away. And no return here for Sanders. The Panthers offense and Deontay Johnson set to take over again. And he's been one of the main focal points of this unit throughout the season, no doubt. Currently ranked 2nd in the NFL in terms of receptions by a wideout. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Young. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 35. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Here's Young. A short throw hauled in by Trimble. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now Young. There's a short one caught by Uzomah. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll throw again. Young. That is caught. Shedding defenders at the 15. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Young off the bootleg. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Ian Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have cut it back within a score.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And his numbers this year have been eye-popping in a lot of categories. In one area that stands out, he's the NFL leader in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback here in the latter part of the season. Rolling to his left. He's got Smith here. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. It's caught. Smith. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Out to his left. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Two yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, fans of old school football, they got to be loving this, partner. All 3 drives so far have ended in a touchdown, and all 3 on the ground.
And when you say fans of old school football, count me in, because you just don't see ground games dominate the scoring by pounding the rock like this anymore. To me, this is refreshing.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return here for Sanders. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Young. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Looking to throw, Young. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out right at the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. On the move to his left. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Dancing to his left. And he floated one out there, incomplete. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And it's the Giants who are leading comfortably at halftime. Daniel Jones, 3 first-half touchdown passes. From there, we'll head to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home at Acrisure Stadium. And they lead the visiting Browns in that one at halftime. George Pickens, well over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. Baker Mayfield with a couple of touchdown passes. The Eagles were led in the first half by their dynamic quarterback, Jalen Hurts. And he did it with his legs, accounting for 3 first-half touchdowns on the ground. Sensational.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando. As
we're just about ready to get back to football.
Number 3.
So for the call of the second half, we get back up to Philadelphia and Brandon Gott.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Throwing, Young. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Hurts steps away to his left. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
That's good for an Eagles.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
I'd have to say that was a pretty darn good run right there. They had 8 in the box, still able to burn them. They've got to consider themselves lucky they only give up a 1st down and not a touchdown.
On the sneak, it's Hurts, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Jalen Hurts scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead. Elliott on for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To throw, Young. There's a short one caught by Uzama. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The play fake. Now Young. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Throwing on 2nd and long. Young, open man is Uzama. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Young. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Brought down by DJ Wanham. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Up the middle with Barkley. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Throwing is Hurts. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. The Eagles send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Sanders now to return. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Young now. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Young now from the 50. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now Young. Throw left side complete. That's Brooks. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Young working out of the gun. His throw incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Young going to give to Brooks. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Panthers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14. Young to throw it. Buying time. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Touchdown! Tommy Trimble. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Go Silver, ready?
That one looks like he'll throw here, being chased out left. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Great.
Here's Hurts to throw. Steps away. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Crowd left, get it. Crowd left. No touch that. No touch.
Here's a give to Barkley. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Crowd left, get it. No touch.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Rolling to his left. And that should do it. He's got a first down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
73. No touch.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. The quick slant caught. That's good for a gain of 6. Second and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
No touch.
He'll look to throw. Out to his left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. So that's going to set the new standard for quarterbacks. It's a record 5th rushing touchdown of the game. Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return here for Sanders. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Throw out wide is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Young to throw it. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They looked like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet facet of the game. They handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Eagles, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year.